The rest of this quarterback class.
Yes.
Here's one of the strangest things in this era that you didn't have to deal with. Being booed at the combine.
Oh, stupid.
Carson
Stupid.
Beck throwing at the combine and working out at the combine and being booed.
Well, yeah. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. I mean, first off, Indiana, you won. What are you booing the guy for anymore?
Bro,
you already won. I mean, you won. He threw an interception that helped you win the game. Exactly. Why are you booing? Or are they booing him because he didn't go find Fernando Mendoza after the game, right? That's the other thing that's out there. He didn't shake his hand. How dare he didn't do that as the field was going crazy and confetti was everywhere, and you just threw the most devastating interception in the history of your life.
Yep.
Right? Like, come on. Carson Beck's become that guy that's just been easy to pile on. Right.
Very hated
It's
on.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Now, Carson Beck, am I blown away by him? No. But does Carson Beck have the ability to be, I think, really just a high-end backup in
That's
the
what you
NFL?
hope for.
That's what you look for.
Yep.
He's got size. He's got experience. There's no throw he can't make. But he doesn't make any throws with like, oh, wow, that's amazing or anything of that nature. So that's what you're getting. You know, he's a big pocket passing type of quarterback that is a decent athlete. I'm not going to say a great athlete, just a decent athlete.
Yep.
And what I'll say here, right, and what we're talking about with all three of we got Carson Beck we're going to talk about, Nussmeier, Aller, and Klubnik. Other than Klubnik, the one thing I would say to Carson Beck or Nussmeier, Aller is just, I wish they had a little bit more structure of their body. I wish there was a little bit more muscle. I know quarterbacks, we don't want to be too jacked and big, but there is something there to having some muscle structure and something to where, yes, I didn't love the look of Carson Beck or Nussmeier or Aller,
right,
just in their shorts and the way they look that way. Right? I mean, again, I could point to a lot of other quarterbacks. So I'm not saying you got to be Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I saw Patrick Mahomes at that age and other guys. There is some cuts, there is some muscle structure to them. That was one of the first things that jumped off to me with a lot of these guys. Was like, damn, I don't know if I was coaching them, I'd go, come on, we got to hit the weights a little bit. We can't just be, I want to be a quarterback and loose and fluid.
Yeah.
Sometimes I hear that too much from quarterbacks where I go, that just sounds like a guy that doesn't want to work out to me. That's kind of what it sounds like because it's just not realistic. And you see Mahomes down there, Texas, Kansas City, private trainer doing crap all the time. You gotta build muscle if you want to continue to be great and protect yourself during the season, as you know.
And I think some of this is freak instances, but all three have been hurt in college.
There you go.
All three.
Too.
All three. Beck had the UCL injury.
That's right.
In 2024. Nussmeier was completely beat up this year.
Yes.
Completely beat up this year. And Aller obviously had a freak ankle or the fracture. But just going back to the point, I watched Fernando Mendoza get sawed in half by Ohio State on the first play.
Yeah.
And not miss any.
That's what there's structure there. And it's not just I'm a naturally big guy. There's a little muscle. I could tell that when I met him. I could see it. I could see it on him. And that's where first off, there's too many young quarterbacks missing out on that. Bo Nix. I'm just going to go right in order here. Bo Nix got some structure. Drake May has some structure. Trevor Lawrence has some structure. They got a little muscle on them. Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh, I'm just going right down the AFC standings here. When he was in his prime, Aaron Rodgers is freaky. Six-pack, pectorals, unbelievable legs, like muscles everywhere.
Flexibility workouts.
Yeah. C.J. Stroud, could he get a little more something about him? Yeah, I think he could. Buffalo, Josh Allen, we know he's a freak of nature, but there's always been natural structure there. Herbert definitely has a little something. Daniel Jones definitely has a little something. Lamar Jackson, definitely. Burrow, something. Mahomes, right? So I'm just going through that way. You go to Seattle or go to the NFC, it's not much different there. First off, Caleb Williams got some muscles, especially in the legs.
The legs, that's the thing.
Exactly right.
Dak's always been well built.
Dak's well built. We know Jalen Hurts is well built.
Yes.
Stafford stays in shape, and he lifts a little weights. You could see that. Brock Purdy's thicker and bigger than you think. Jordan Love. So what I'm trying to say here is more times than not, the quarterbacks, the good ones, they have a little something to them. And so that would be one thing that just jumped out to me. I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all.
No, but it
just
matters.
that they're just a little bit, that I wish their body looked a little different than what I saw on Saturday evening. Yo. Thanks for watching, homies. We are now in the NFL season here on Chris Simms Unbuttoned.
Hit subscribe to get our weekly picks, game recaps, film deep dives, and much, much more.
Thanks again for watching. Subscribe, rate, review. Peace out. You know where to find us.